Come on in the room. This balloon has been it has not gone down since my birthday, which was what, 2, 3 weeks ago? It is still fully full. That was the string that was behind me. I feel like something's in my eye. Hey, whoever just popped in the room. Hey, whoever else just popped in the room. Hey, Izzy. I ain't gonna be here long, y'all. I ain't gonna be here long. Yes, thumbs up the video when you come in the room. Or before you come in the room, give me a thumbs up. You know how it works. Tremel is fine. I'm live by myself. Hey, Melissa. Tremel is fine. I'm just by myself because he's handling some business upstairs. And we probably wasn't going to go live, but I decided to go live. Because he has to go to the doctor later and have a procedure done. You know, I'm kind of nervous. I'm sure he's kind of nervous because when I had that procedure done, I ended up in the hospital for 3 days. So, just keep him in his prayers. It's a very simple procedure. I had a reaction to the anesthesia. I just think they didn't do what they were supposed to do. I've had a lot of surgeries in the last couple of years, and I've never had a reaction to anesthesia the way I did that day. Hey, Roxanne. I've never had a reaction to anesthesia the way I did that day. So, you know, I think he's a little nervous because of what happened to me, which is fair. Because if it was me, hey, Nene, I'd be nervous too if it was in reverse. So I get it. I had that done the same day you did. Right, Roxanne, like what happened to me is like not the norm at all. It's not the norm at all. But I know he had a procedure where they had to go down his throat. And when they wheeled him back to the car, it was, let me tell you something. It was only God that helped this woman. Because I was sitting there on the phone talking with someone that was calling me to make sure he was okay. And as I'm talking to her, I'm like, this woman's going to hit my car. I just knew it. I knew she was going to hit my car. And as soon as I said it, she backed right up into my car. And there was no reason to. She wasn't paying attention. So, of course, I was about to get out and snatch the bitch. But because they were wheeling Tremel to the car, and I just saw the look on his face like he was okay, but he was like, what's the word I'm looking for? He was distressed. It was like, it was okay, but it was get me to my husband. It was like a look of get me to my husband because something's wrong. So the nurse put him in the car. And as soon as I looked at him, I said, what's wrong? And he started to panic. He was like, I had that procedure done too, like twice. And started to panic. He was like, I can't breathe. I said, you can breathe because you're breathing now. So I said, let me pull over to the side and because he was panicking. He was like, I can't breathe, my throat. I said, calm down and breathe slow. But he started panicking in his head. I said, do not panic, Camille. Calm down and breathe slow. Because I wasn't going to leave the hospital because if he really went into a real state of panic, I was there and they could have did something. So finally, I was like, I'm not going to move until, I know everything's okay. He goes, I want some coffee. I said, okay, you're fine. Once he wanted the coffee, I knew he was fine. And I got him home, and I don't know what happened between, I had to go to the store to get some aspirin Be quiet, Jomel. Some aspirin and something else for him, for his throat. And the next thing I know, my phone is blowing up. You gotta get home, Tremel, Tremel. I'm like, what the hell happened between me going to the store and him being okay? And you know, so I'm like, okay, let me, let me, you know, figure it out. So I'll get home, and he started to panic again. So, you know, today I'm prepared for his panic. So that's what we gotta do. We gotta be there at 1:30. So y'all will probably get a double dose because while I'm sitting in the car waiting, unless they let me in, because when I took him to the emergency room, I was surprised they let me come in. Unless they let me come in to prove that, because sometimes, you know, well, when I went, they wouldn't let him come in. It was just, I don't even know if they asked me, to be honest with you. I couldn't even tell you if what they asked me or whatever, but I know he was in the car and they wouldn't let him come in. I don't remember nothing about that day. I guess whatever they gave him, told him they were going to give me to calm me down because he had to sign papers for them to give me whatever medicine. It wiped out my memory. So I don't remember nothing from that day or any time after that. Come on, Joe Mel. Come on, stop. You was fine before I got on the live. Don't look at me like that. You was fine before I got on the live. Now be fine afterwards. And no, no, no. What? No. No. Me and him go through this all day, y'all. All day. Me and Joe Mel go through this all day. But anyway, he, that's what we doing later. That's what we doing later. So y'all will probably see me again. You know what? Joe Mel has, no, Joe Mel ain't got no home trainer. He don't. He don't. He do whatever he want and get mad at you. The only thing, let me tell you something. The only thing he listens to me like when he's outside. I've never had a dog that I could walk off leash. Jomel, technically I could, but I just don't. But if I open the door and he runs out of the house, he ain't gonna go but so far. Like even Tremel, when we go to the car, he going with us. Tremel will go to the car and be like, come on, come on. And he stands on the porch to see what I'm gonna do. Whatever I'm gonna do is what he gonna do. If I ain't going, he's staying home. If I'm going, once I open the door and come out of the door, then he'll walk over to the car. Because he want to be everywhere I am. So that's why if I walk in without a leash, I'm not scared. And like when I go out to the car, whatever, and be doing something in the car, he'll run out the house with me. And he has a tendency to like just walk down the driveway. And I'll be like, don't you go on that street. And he'll turn around and come back. Even though I live on a cul-de-sac, somebody still could turn the corner. And then I don't want anybody else's door because a lot of my neighbors just, because it's just us. So a lot of them will do like me, come out of their house and their dogs come out. And like my next door neighbor, Jomel plays with their dog. But then the other neighbors, Jomel, haven't met their dog, so I don't know what will happen. So I already know if my next door neighbor is out playing frisbee with her dog or whatever, that if Jomel goes out and their dog is out, nothing's going to happen. But everybody else's dog, I don't know. So he's a ham. He's a ham. Jomel does this all day long. If I sat here like this all day long, Jomel would literally sit on my lap all day long. Or else he'd be right next to me, sleep while I'm asleep. Hey, Charlene. But this my baby. He is. We fight. And you right, Roxanne, he ain't got no home training. He don't. He don't. You come to my house, now, it's Uncle Fred in the chat. Uncle Fred seems to be the only person Jomel don't like. When we went to Uncle Fred's house, Lord Jesus, Jomel growled at him and barked at him every time he saw him. If Uncle Fred gave him a treat, then he'd be quiet. Uncle Fred gave him a cracker, a piece of bread, some meat. Then Jomel, he'd go over slow, snatch it, and then growl and bark at him again. But normally, ooh, okay, that went a little haywire. Sorry, y'all. I don't even know why it fell. To tell you the truth, why did you fall? Hold on, y'all. I don't know why it fell. Okay, I think this is good now. I'm a little crooked though. Okay, there you go. So, Uncle Fred is the only person Joe Bell seems to not like. Everybody else, he jumping in, he does this to everybody. You come to my house and sit down, Joe Bell is in your lap, wanting to play, wanting to he likes getting to know people. Like, he loves getting to know people. He loves playing with people. He want to make friends. That's all he want to do. Uncle Fred is the only one he seemed not to like. Oh, God, it was so funny. Tremel was getting so mad. He was like, don't be growling at Uncle Fred. Hey, Uncle Fred. He's like, don't be here, Erica. He's like, don't be growling at Uncle Fred. And Jomel, every time he come down the stairs, here come Jomel. Then we would leave him with Uncle Fred, like when we went like to my sister's house. And of course, we had to sneak out. Because Jomel see me going, he gonna have a natural born fit. So then, because we wasn't there, then he was all nice and friendly. I said, oh, so you want to play like you don't want to be bothered, but then when we not there, you want to be bothered. So, it's just, he just, Roxanne, you're right, he ain't got no home training. I ain't even going to try to justify it and make it right. Roxanne, right, he ain't got no home training. Because I have been on the phone with Roxanne, and she have heard me and Tremel yelling, and she just busts out laughing and go, your dog cat out. You need a haircut. I need to make you an appointment. His hair grows so fast. And that's because, it's winter up here. Like when you cut him, like when I get him cut now, he probably won't grow as fast. But it don't really get hot here till June or the end of May. It don't really get hot here till like the end of May. So his hair is growing based on the weather. Because when you cut him in like when it's warmer, he won't grow as fast. But now when it's cold, his hair is like we cut him, and in 2 weeks it's like, well, damn, didn't we just get him grown? So he's going to get groomed probably this week or next. Well, probably next week because they probably won't take him this week. But next week he'll probably be nice and cut and cute, and then he'll look skinny. But he is hefty and fat. You fat, fatty. This is what he does all day. Just sit on my lap like this all day. He is a true lap dog. When I tell you he is a true lap dog, he is a true lap dog. This is what he does all day long. No, it's showing. That too, Nene. Normally, in the beginning, it was. But then when but see, he ain't used to me being in the living room. If I was upstairs in the studio in front of the green screen, he got used to that. He got used to being Tremel doing that and yelling, saying, stop, shut up, no. So he now, if you notice when we go live in front of the green screen, most of the time, Jomel will just sit at my feet and go to sleep because he already know. But if you also notice, if we go over an hour, he wake up and start causing havoc like, okay, I gave y'all an hour. It's time for y'all to go. Oh, he gonna start barking because my neighbor's dog's next door barking. He didn't do that in my other house, but I guess there's so many dogs over here. They set him off. I'm surprised he didn't start. Because a little while ago, that's why I didn't go live before. Because I was getting ready to go live before, but he was on a barking spree with the neighbor's dogs. See, he said he hear it. And he looking right at the window he can hear it from. He gonna start in a minute if they keep going. I know he is. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You look a mess. You need a haircut. Yo, we got invited to a dinner party Saturday. It was really, let me tell you something. It felt so good to be able to go somewhere. Because, they've invited us to stuff before we got vaccinated and we said no. They were kind of offended because we said no, but it wasn't to offend. It wasn't because we didn't want to be bothered. It was because we really just didn't do nothing because we didn't want to take a chance of catching the coronavirus. But now that we vaccinated, I forgot what it was like to go to somebody's house, sit down, have dinner, and like enjoy conversation and have drinks and laugh. I forgot what that felt like. We had so much fun. I was like, oh my God, I've really, really, really enjoyed myself. I sent them a text message. I was like, I really, really, really enjoyed myself. And we must do it again because it was fun. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot what this feels like. Because me and Tramel really did. When I tell you we quarantined, we really did quarantine. Other than going to the store and coming home, we didn't do nothing. Because we was, not that we were scared, we was trying to stay safe. And now, we still use our masks. We still don't go, many places and do many things. But when you do go, you just have this feeling of, I don't want to say freedom, because it's not really a spirit of freedom. But you have a thing of comfort. How do you add your, you get a, I went live in a whole different way, Uncle. On your profile, you got to add that. I'll tell you later. You get this whole different feeling. I don't want to say of freedom, because you still got to wear a mask. We didn't wear a mask at their house, but you just have this spirit of the fear, the kind of fear is kind of gone. And you can just sit back and enjoy yourself as before. If you did that, it was like, let me put on my mask. Let me sit, put on my mask. Let me eat. It's just too much. And now it's like you go, you have fun, you enjoy yourself, and you come home like before. And it just felt good. It felt good. I forgot what it was like to do that. I forgot what it was like to hang out with other married couples and just have fun. And it was just like, oh my God, I need to do this more often. I need to do this all the time. Joe Mel, don't start. I was like, I need to do this all the time. Because it was so much fun. I want to know why it's 10 of y'all watching me and only 7 thumbs up. That's what I need to know. But yeah. That was pretty much our weekend. Tramel slept all day yesterday. And I mean all day yesterday. Because them drinks must have got him good. Because, of course, sitting in the house, we don't be drinking like that. For what? They was blending up drinks and, we had a blast. He was asleep all day yesterday. He didn't wake up till like 6 o'clock at night. I was up. I got up at like 12-ish. We didn't get home till like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got up at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon and he didn't get up till 6. And I let him sleep. Hey, Lawrence. I let him sleep. But I was about to wake him up anyway when he woke up. Oh. What else did we do? That was pretty much our weekend. Because we spent, when was it? Saturday? No, Friday. Saturday. No, Friday in the ER. Saturday, we went to the dinner party. And then yesterday, we just chilled. And that was our semi-fun, boring weekend. But again, it was fun because normally we would just be sitting at home chilling. Because we'd be scared to go anywhere. Oh, we did movie night. We watched Without Remorse with what's his face. It was a okay movie. Hey, Zoe Lynn. It was an okay movie. It was okay. It was okay. But you know that was the fourth time they made that movie. Um, I believe Harrison Ford made a version of it, and there was two other versions of it, and then it was this version of it. But this version was the only black version of the movie. It was okay. It was good. I mean, I would advise y'all to watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Without Remorse. I believe Without Remorse. And it was different. It was kind of different. I don't know. I liked it. It could have been better, but I liked it. I'm not going to say don't watch it because it is a good movie. Without Remorse on Amazon Prime. And I cannot think of that man's name. But it was the one that played Killmonger in Black Panther. I cannot think of his name, and it's right on the tip of my tongue. I always forget his name. Right, Charlene. See, that was the thing. Some parts were slow, but then when it picked up, and then that little plot twist, like who they made tried to make you think it was, and y'all gotta watch it. Watch it, and then Michael B. Jordan. Thank you. I always forget his name. I always have to refer to him as the one that played Killmonger because I always forget his name. Michael B. Jordan. He actually produced it, and he starred in it, and it was good. It's like Charlene said. Some parts were slow, so it's one of the movies where it get real good, and then it gets slow, and then it get real good, and then it gets slow. So that's why I said it wasn't like full on action. The whole kinda yeah it was, but some parts was just slow. But I get it because everything can't be action. I mean, life just ain't like that. You have your boring parts of life, and then you have the action that comes along with it. So I get it. But yeah, other than that we did that when we came from the emergency room. We got us some food and sat down here and watched that. And then I tried to get him to watch the other movie on Amazon on Netflix, Bad Trip, with why everybody name leaving my head with oh my god, the one from Girls Trip, Tiffany Haddish. That was funny. I enjoyed that. That was funny, and it was stupid funny. It's one of those movies that you sit back and go, "This movie's so stupid," but it's hilarious. But I wouldn't advise you if you have children, unless they're teenagers, to watch it because there's some scenes in there with naked men that you might not want. I mean, if it's a boy, he knows what his body looks like. But if it's a girl and she's younger, you might not want her to see those parts. But it's a funny movie. It's called Bad Trip. It is funny. I tried to get Tramel to watch that, but by then he was ready to fall asleep. So he fell asleep on that. So I'm sure he'll have, because I had watched it a whole nother time. I had watched it a whole nother day. And it was funny. That was funny. That was a good movie. That was funny. Like I said, y'all, I wasn't coming live, but I said I might as well come live. Because I'm sure I'm going to go live again while I'm waiting for Tramel, like I said, unless they let me come in. And then if they let me come in, then I won't be live. If I'm sitting in the car, you're going to get a car conversations or I don't have nothing to rant about. So you will probably see me live again probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock, around that area, 1:30, 2 o'clock. Um, if they anything like I'll be. Don't fall again. Right. Erica, it's called Without Remorse. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Without Remorse on Amazon Prime. It just came out Friday. I kept seeing previews for it, and so I was looking for it, and it just came out Friday. But I say watch it because, you know, I know my cousin didn't care for it, but I did. So I'd probably watch it again just to see. Like, sometimes I watch a movie more than once, especially like if I'm on the fence, because I might watch it again and see something that I missed the first time. So, yeah, that part. And if y'all have something y'all want me to talk about when I come back on later, leave it in the comment section. Shoot me an email or DM me on Instagram. And I will. And I will. Because right now, I was like, I knew Tremel wasn't going to go live. Because he slept all day yesterday. He ain't never go to sleep last night. So he's staying awake now. So that I guess when they give him the anesthesia, it'll really knock him the fuck out. Because he tired. I know he tired. And probably nervous, like I said, because of what happened to me. But that ain't going to happen to him. Because I was not going to take Jomel because of what happened to me. And then he had to find somebody to take Jomel and hold him for him while he rushed, hey, Trisha, while they rushed me to the hospital because they wanted him to go to the hospital. But Jomel was in the car with him. So I said, if I leave Jomel home, that's like I'm admitting that something might happen. So Jomel is coming because even, God forbid, if something does happen, it won't be too far. Like, I was 45 minutes away from the house. Tremel will only be like 20 minutes away from the house. So, oh, sorry, y'all. That's a big difference. You know, running back home, dropping Jomel off, and flying back there versus him trying to do it. A 45-minute drive home, then a 45-minute drive back. So that would have been a lot. And you know what other movie was, it had me on the fence, but it was better than the first one? Mortal Kombat. So you gotta be a lover of video games to understand Mortal Kombat. It was better than the first one. I forgot HBO even had a series called Mortal Kombat that was straight up garbage. And the new movie, it was better than all the rest, but it was very bad. The movie I want to see, and I'm not going to pay $30 or whatever it is to see it, is, I think it's $26 on Disney Plus Premiere, is Cruella. That looks like it's going to be really, really good. And I want to see Cruella, but I'm not willing to pay. I have Disney Plus. I get Disney Plus free from my cell phone provider. And then we got it free, I should say, from my cell phone provider. And then they decided they wasn't giving it free no more. It was $7.99. It wasn't even the $6.99. It was $7.99. So we was like, okay, fine. Then they started that Disney Premiere Plus thing where if you want to see certain movies, you got to pay, I think it's $26 or $30 to see them. I'm like, well, then why would I want to have Disney Plus? Like, if I'm not going to reap the benefit, like, we have HBO Max. They put it in the movie theaters and they put it right on HBO Max. So be it. Like Mortal Kombat. They went in the movie theaters and it went on HBO Plus. Wonder Woman went on movie theaters and HBO Plus. Disney is pulling some stunt where, okay, so what? You got Disney Plus, but you're not going to see the movie that's coming in the movie for $7.99. You're going to pay an extra $20. I want to say it's $30. $30 is sticking in my head, but it's like $28. Hell, if I go to the movie, it ain't $28. Unless I'm buying popcorn and it's two of us and sodas and stuff like that. So, Cruella won't be happening until she's free on Disney Plus. Or she comes on, HBO, Showtime, the Disney Channel, or something like that. Because I'm not, even though it looks hot, and I would love to see it, but I'm not paying that money to see that movie. I'm just not. And if people stop paying it, then they'll stop charging it. Because at first, they wasn't doing that. At first, they was just letting, when the movies came, when Disney put out a movie, they just let it come on Disney Plus. Then all of a sudden, they got this bright idea to start charging people more money to see them. And I mean, the people, I'm not going to call somebody dumb, but in this day and age where money is scarce, I don't see you paying $30 for a movie. You do better going to the movie theater and paying the $8, $9, $10, $12 it costs to see the movie. Because I'm sure the movie theater is doing social distancing. And then if you got your vaccine, you good. Hell, I'm tired. I am tired. I'm sleepy. Because that's one thing I hate doing. I hate waking up and just getting up out of the bed. I'm a person that has to roll around and lay there for a second and, you know, procrastinate getting out of the bed. And I've always been that way. And I won't feel sleepy. If I just wake up and get out of the bed, it's like I'm tired all day long. I don't know why. Maybe it's something psychological. I don't know. But I just know that when I just wake up and get out of the bed and start my day, I'm always sleepy. If I wake up and lay there and roll around for a minute, just take my time and in my head go, you got to get up. It's time to get up. Don't go back to sleep. Just get up. I'm refreshed. I don't know why. Maybe it's psychological. But if I just wake up and go, child, I'm like I am right now, yawning all day, thinking about when I can go get a nap or go back to sleep. Because I don't know why. I've always been that way. And it was bad when I was working because I'd be sitting at work dying like, oh God, I want to go to bed. Oh God, I want to go to sleep. I'd go to my car, my lunch hour, set my alarm on my phone, and go to sleep. And then I made it double worse because if I set the alarm and didn't start my, okay, it's time to get up. You gotta go back to work. Da, da, da. If I just got up and went back to work, it made it double because now I'm double sleepy because I did it twice in one day. Then the bad part was when I got home, oh, I'm all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go, and can't go to sleep till 11, 12 at night, and then gotta go back to work. But when I worked, my work schedule was always horrible. I always worked at night. I always worked 4 to 12, 2 to 10, or something like that. And then when I did have day shifts, it was like, oh my God, why am I working in the daytime? What is wrong with me? So my whole sleep pattern was off while I was working because it was either early in the morning, from like 6 to 7, to start time. Anywhere from 6 in the morning to 10 in the morning was my start time when I worked in the daytime. And then if I worked at night, it was anywhere from 2 to 4 that I started work. So my whole sleep pattern is jacked. I'm trying to get it back together now since it's been what? How long have I been on dialysis? 4 years? Going on 5 years? 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Yeah, going on 5 years. Since I've worked, and my sleep pattern is, it's like an old person now. I can be up all hours of the night and then go to sleep and then wake up super early and then take naps throughout the day. Naps throughout the day is a wonderful thing. I never understood why people did that because I've never been a sleeping, like I've never been a person to sleep a lot. And I guess because I'm nosy and always wanted to know what was going on. So I've never been a person to sleep a lot. But baby, when I got older and these naps came, was the best thing that ever was invented was a nap. I feel like a little kid. Child, if I would have known when I was a little kid when they would make me take a nap, that I'd be having naps. And these ain't naps, child, because I'll fall asleep at 2 o'clock and won't wake up till 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I'm wide awake. And then I'm like, okay, what the hell am I going to do? And then I'm up watching TV till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and then I'm falling asleep. That ain't often, though. Because sometimes I fight the nap, because I'm like, nah, I ain't going to sleep, because I'm going to be up all night. And I'll just go to bed early at like 7 or 8 o'clock. Because I'm like, I don't want to be up all night. It's bad enough TV is boring when you are supposed to be awake, let alone late at night. But sometimes you do catch some good stuff. You do catch some good stuff late at night. Oh yes, and I want to say, oh, I love those naps throughout the day when I'm back. Right, y'all, and I want everybody to congratulate Roxanne. She hit 1,000 subscribers Friday night. Congratulations to Roxanne. It's always a good feeling when you hit 1,000. I remember that. And I know the rest of you content creators that are at 1,000 know what that feeling is like. So everybody congratulate Roxanne. She has hit 1,000 subscribers. She was the last one on the A team to need 1,000, and she got it on Friday. So congratulations to Roxanne for her 1,000 subscribers. And with your content, I know it'll be way more than 1,000, but you reached the milestone. So congratulations to you, Roxanne. Yes, congratulations, Roxanne. And I'm glad I was on the live when it happened. I was the one that told her. I said, Roxanne, you got 1,000. Because she hit 1,000 while she was live Friday with the A-Team. So y'all was lit Friday. No, it was the other day. Friday y'all was lit too. But the other day, child. No, Friday, Marcellus was lit, baby. I was loving it. When I tell y'all Marcellus was lit on Friday, he was cursing everybody out. And I was loving it. I said, yes, fuck him. And then when he cursed that one woman out, oh my God, and Daryl was laughing. I was in here hysterical. I was like, oh my God, they are so crazy. But I love it. I love it. Right, Trisha, because you was there. Oh my God, Marcellus went in. When I tell y'all he went in, Roxanne, or let me see a transcript if y'all in the room, put up the link from Friday's 18 so they could see it, because Marcellus went in. And I thought it was so hilarious. I thought it was so hilarious when Marcellus went in. It was just so funny to me. You know, it was funny to me because I felt like that as a content creator. I have felt like that. People leave comments and I'm like, bitch, who are you? This is my channel. And at the same time, you don't want to tell people not to watch you, because then it makes it seem like you being uppity and what have you. But at the same time, it's like, you don't like what I'm doing, then don't watch me. Like, nobody forced you to be over here. I'm not going to change who I am just because. Mailman. Jamel, come in. It's just the mailman. It's just the mailman. He sees the mailman. He's going to try to run after the mailman. But like I was saying, I'm not going to change who I am or change the way I talk for anybody. Now, for example, it was one day when Charlene was watching me and Tramel, and she was like, guys, my kids are watching. I don't have a problem with that, because I don't want to be sitting here cursing up a storm, and your little 2-year-old, it's already bad enough somebody told me I got their little son saying, fuck him. And he only 2 years old. So I get that. I don't mind that. But when if I'm live and you know that you know this is who I am, then you know. Yeah, I'm talking about other people. Other people that I just feel like people try to control your channel, and it's like no different. Somebody could come on Charlene's channel and go, I don't like lemon cake, so stop making lemon cake. She's supposed to stop making lemon cake because you don't like lemon cake. Well, what if that person and that person like lemon cake? So she's not supposed to do nothing with lemon because you don't like lemon. And there's people like that. They leave comments like that. And you just be like, are they serious right now? And the natural reaction is to say, oh, bitch, don't watch me. But you don't want to do that because you don't want to seem ungrateful that because if you say it and other people hear it, it kind of comes across like, bitch, I don't need you. When in actuality, you don't. But you really don't want to come across that way to other people because then they might take that same stance that you feel that way about them, and that's not true. So it's like, I can't. Like, we get some comments, like on our Andrew Corwell videos. Child, some of them comments I just delete because I go in. In the beginning when we first started and them stupid comments was coming, oh, I was going in. I haven't gone live yet. I'm so scared. Don't be scared, Charlie. I have those comments on those videos in the beginning. I was cursing people out left and right daily. And I don't know, like, I guess it was because it was at the time when they took down the usher board. And then here come me and Tremel making videos. And me and Tremel come making videos. And everybody was like, oh, are they the usher board? And we like, no, we're not. We even made a video. We're not the usher board. But it was, we didn't realize that certain videos could catapult you quick on YouTube. And just as many people that like you, just as many people don't like you. So y'all, you know, you want views that hit 1K, 5K, 6K. But along with that comes the ones that like you and the ones that think you trash. So, you know, we getting comments left and right, left and right, left and right. And I'm like, okay, how many times can I call somebody a dog-faced bitch? Because I was going in on people. I ain't even going to lie. I was going in on them. Fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck your grandmother. I was going in. And then I said, you know, because on Facebook, child, let's just say one day I pulled out something and Tremel had to end the live so we wouldn't get banned because people was threatening us. And I was like, oh, I got something for your ass. Because I get angry because, you know, there's the part of me that says, face to face, you wouldn't be doing this. Half the people that pop shit in the comments ain't got the heart to do it to your face. Some do. And I respect the ones that do. I do. If you gonna keep that same energy face to face, I respect that. You ain't gotta like everything I do. You ain't gotta be on board with everything we do. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that same energy you using in them little fingers to type, the same names you calling me in the comments, when you see me in person, don't be, oh, hey, Joseph and Tremel, how y'all doing? No, bitch. That ain't what you said in the comments. You called me a bunch of F words. You said you was going to give me the 1-2. I'm going to need that 1-2, and I'm going to need that F word to come out your mouth to my face. That's what makes me mad. Some will do it, and I respect them. And you know what? I respect anybody who can live up to their internet gangster. I do. Because, okay, then, you know, that's who you are. I'm not mad at who you are. I'm mad at the ones that know good and well they not going to do nothing, but they want to sit and threaten you behind a computer or a telephone or a tablet just because they think it's fun and just because they think it's cute. And then they accidentally bump into you and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. Well, bitch, believe it. Guess what? The same energy I have on the computer, the same energy you see right now is the same energy you're going to get in person. I just can't. I don't. So I just stopped responding to negative comments. And sometimes it's hard. And one day I was going to do it. and I didn't, and Tramel responded, but he responded in a nice way and actually turned somebody into a fan. So, and they apologized. They was like, yeah, I'm apologizing. I was being messy and you're right. And I'm going to check you guys out. And, stuff like that. You don't have to like me. Right. It's like, you know. Because, see, that's the thing I think people get twisted. It's not a point of you liking me or agreeing with what I say. I don't care. That's what makes you you. You should have an opinion of your own. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's a way to do it. You saying, Joseph, like somebody did it one day. They sent me a Tremella email, and they misinterpreted something both of us said. And heck, KC, I haven't seen you in a long time. You can fight me. I mean, hell, you saved my life, so you can fight me if you want to. No, y'all, KC, that's a whole nother story that I might share with y'all one day. But, this person misinterpreted what me and Tremel said. And I like the way because at first the email started out, and I'm like, oh God, here we go. And it's the email. So now I have to respond. Because, I read the email. I respond to the emails and stuff like that. So when I started not to read it, but my spirit said, just read it and get it out and let it see what it said. And after I read it, I was like, okay. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And then I just responded back. I was like, no. I said, I agree with what you said. I agree with what you said in the email. I said, and I don't know what part of what me and Tremel said that you misinterpreted, but it's not that way. I said, we feel the way you feel. I said, and if we said something wrong, or maybe you heard something a different way, then go back, watch it again. And if we said that, then that's not what we meant. And if you just misinterpreted it, that's cool. But see, that's the way you do something. They could have just started out attacking us. Y'all said this and y'all said that and da 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 da. But that's not what happened. And in the process, I appreciate them sending me the email, sending us the email, because at the end of the day, now we both have clarity. One, me and Tremel have clarity that sometimes when we talk, we need to make things more specific in what we say, and don't leave it as broad as we say it. And then it shows them that the way they handled what they thought, I appreciated it. It's like, that's how you do stuff. You don't just jump in the comments and start with the, y'all full of shit, and da 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 da. See, that ain't gonna get you a good reaction with me. It ain't. You can get in my comments and say, you know what, Joseph, I don't like you. Exactly. Everyone has the right to their... Right. And that's what some people get it wrong. You don't always have to agree with what we say. But, and if you want to tell us you don't agree with what we say, I'm cool with that. But like before, when we had that other issue, like, she didn't like what I said. But what I said was true. And y'all in the comments was agreeing with me that what I said was true. She's mad because she took her stance. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to just be on a black person's side because they're black. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't care. And I'm going to say it loud, and I'm going to say it to the masses because people need to understand. Does that make me anti-black? No. Does that make me anti-Black Lives Matter? No. It just means that it is what it is. Like, come on, tell the truth. If it's wrong for a cop to kill us, it's wrong for Ray Ray and Raheem to kill each other. It's the same damn thing. Only thing, the cop is supposed to protect us and not just shoot us for no fucking reason. But on the same hand, Raheem and Saquon shouldn't be shooting each other and killing each other either. And enraged as we are, we should be enraged about both situations, not just one. Yes, we need to be enraged because the police are killing us at an alarming rate for absolutely nothing. I mean, the majority of the time, it's absolutely nothing. These men, these women are not coming after them. They don't even have a weapon. There's nothing. They don't have a reason to kill them. They're just doing it. So yes, that's a problem. But it's also a problem if a 15-year-old girl shows up at my house to stab my daughter, and my daughter is 15, and I ain't talking about the other 28-year-old and the 15. I'm just making a scenario right now. It's a problem if a 15-year-old girl show up at my house to stab my daughter, and she's black and my daughter's black. That's a problem. But we don't address that. So she got mad. She got mad. Oh, she got mad, honey, and she went in, and I don't like y'all, and you this and you're that, and you're going to change your views. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because that's the problem. Until we do better by each other, they're not going to treat us any better. That's the problem. If it's okay for us to kill each other, they don't understand why it's not okay for them to do it. That's the problem. And that's what we need to address. We need to address both situations, actually. But until we can fix this one is still running rampant, as you see. George Floyd was just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, we won that one. But what about the rest? What about the rest? We can't get happy because, finally, we got peace. We got justice. Yes, finally we got justice on one out of thousands of cases. Look at the new one. They don't even want to release the video cam. That a judge, you can't show the video. You can show the family. Yeah, you know why? Because they shot him in the back. He wasn't even facing them. They shot him in the back. He was trying to get away. And they shot him in the back. And of course, if they show that video, oh, child, they know everybody going to be up in arms. But that's what I'm saying. You can't just be mad because somebody don't agree with what you agree with or feel the way you feel. That's part of the reason why I'm me and you. And it always can be a conversation behind our difference of opinions. And at the end of the day, we come to the table and agree to disagree. Because just because I feel one way, I can't change your mind and convince you to feel my way. And because you feel one way, you can't always change my mind and make me feel the way you want to feel. But a lot of people, when that happens, they don't want to be bothered with you. Oh, you that type of person. Oh, no, you stupid. Oh, you uneducated. Oh, you don't know nothing. Oh, wait till it happened to you, then you'll change your mind. Because they mad. Because they mad. If they walk away and you say, you know what, you right. Oh, they feel accomplished. Oh, they done did something. They done, whatever. You should feel accomplished if somebody actually sat and listened to your ass, whether they agree with you or not. Because 9 times out of 10, most of the people in your life probably don't even listen to you to begin with. And that's why you try to force your opinion on people, because when you do have the opportunity to sit and talk to somebody, you want to make them do what you want them to do. And that's probably why the people in your life don't even listen to you in the first place. You ever notice that people that try to control situations and come in and take control and try to make you do what they want you to do, when you look at them from the outside looking in, you see that they ain't got none of that going on in their own life. Nobody around them listens to them. They don't have no control in their house. They don't have no control with their friends, their kids. Everybody just do whatever they want. They talk, and it's like in one ear, out the other. But when it comes to you, they want to sit there and force you to do what they want you to do. I learned that a long time ago. Because I told y'all, I don't really talk to people like that. I sit and I watch. And I've observed that a long time ago, that people that are very controlling and want to tell you what to do and how to move and, stuff like that. And when you have bosses that you just can't stand because they always do this, do that, and they don't know how to talk to you, it's because they ain't got no control in their home life. They ain't got no control about the things around them. So because when they come to work, you have to listen to them, they just go crazy. Or because you're a friend that just listens to them just to be nice, they take it out of control. Pay attention to that. Most people that are, and I'm going to say narcissists, because narcissists are good for that. They ain't got no control around nothing around them. But as soon as they get that one or two dummies, they take full control of them. You're going to do this, and this has to be this way, and if you don't do it that way, you're stupid. And they try to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do. And they try to, see me, I ain't got time for that. When I find people like that, I just walk away. I can show you better than I can tell you. That's why so many don't even want to retire. Right. I can show you better than I can tell you. And that's why I sit there and I watch some people and I see people try to argue their way through something, or I'm like, why are you wasting your time, child? They ain't never gonna change their mind. They ain't never gonna see things your way. So you doing all of that, unless you just want to curse them out and get it off your chest how you feel, I don't even know why you're doing that. Just walk away. The best thing you can do to a narcissist is walk away. When you walk away from them and never look back, oh, them bitches lose their mind. They lose their mind. Because I know some narcissistic people, honey. They will lose their ever-loving mind. And I'm like, well, what did you do? What did you do to force them to never want to speak to you again? Because you did something. I mean, I don't see how you have a friend of 12 years and then automatically they just stop talking to you and never speak to you again and move on with their life, and you sitting there like, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. I don't need that bitch. Well, clearly they didn't need you if they walked on without you, bitch. So you sitting there doing all of that is what? A waste of time. It's like, what? You tried to control the situation and the person. They wasn't having it, and they was tired of you, so they left. Like, what more does it take for you to understand that? But see, a lot of people, they don't want to walk away. They want to sit there and prove a point. And, oh, I'm going to tell this bitch is going to learn today. And this. Ain't nobody got time for that. Walk away and don't look back. Trust me when I tell you this. Let me tell you something. Uncle Fred put up a post on Facebook that made total sense. It said, what make you think that I can't live without you when before I met you, I was living without you? Like, people really think they bring that much life and love to your life. If you brought that much happiness, and if you brought that much whatever, I wouldn't be thinking about walking away. I wouldn't be miserable. Some of y'all sit and let people make you miserable and sad, and you just sit there trying to make it right, and, oh, well, their mothers really abused them when they were younger. Oh, they really didn't have food to eat when they were younger. Oh, when they were younger, da 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 da. I don't know their upbringing. Maybe, they never had a real friend. So I'm going to be a real friend. Good afternoon. I saw the good afternoon, but I didn't see the name. I'm sorry. And, they make excuses for why people treat them bad. That makes absolutely no sense. Especially when you're not treating them bad. I've done it. I've done it. I've made excuses for people. Oh, they need a friend. They need a real friend, because they sit and tell you sob stories. And see, that's the first warning to tell you to run. That's the first warning. Tamika. Hey, Tamika. That is the first warning to tell you to run. I'm going to give you all this little bit of information. And then I'm going to have to go because I'm going to have to get ready. The first thing that should make you run is when you start talking to a person, getting to know them, and I'm talking about friends, especially if it's a boyfriend or girlfriend. When they start playing the victim and every little thing always go wrong for them and every little thing, like everybody's to blame, trust me, it's them. run. Because you're going to run at some point. Because those people that play victim all the time, they're the ones causing the havoc and the chaos and the everything else. But they're never going to see it that they're the problem. It's going to be you. And then when you walk away, see, you just like everybody else. I told you. I told you you was going to treat me like this. I told you. Yeah, because you toxic, bitch. You toxic. You just think you going to sit and say and do whatever you want and I'm going to sit here and be your little punching dummy? No, that's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me. No, 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 no. You know, I might give you a pass because, you start to see people are toxic. But again, a lot of us don't want to walk away. A lot of us want to make, excuses for the things that they do. And y'all need to stop making excuses because I'm going to sit and ask you this and think about it. Who make excuses for you? Who make excuses for you? Do you ever notice the people that you make excuses for are the first ones to come and tell you that you did something wrong or that you stupid or that you shouldn't have did this or you shouldn't have did that and da-da-da-da. They got all this advice for you, but when it comes to them, you can't say nothing because they start crying? Or they feel like you not being a friend? If you was a friend, you wouldn't say that to me. But y'all sit and make excuses for them. Y'all sit and let them get away with it. And people can only do to you what you let them do. That's why people tell me all the time, you just don't care. You just let people go in and out of people. I sure do. I sure do. I will let people walk in and out of my life like a revolving door. Because if you're meant to be there, you're going to be there. If you're not meant to be there for whatever reason or whatever purpose we met, whatever little bit of information I was supposed to learn from you, because nothing happens by accident. So they came for a reason. There was a reason, whether it was to just speak something into your life that you don't even realize yet, or because how many times have you done something and stopped dealing with somebody and years down the line be like, oh, you know that person told me that back then. Because that's what their purpose was, to speak that into your life and keep it moving. Because everybody ain't there for forever. And when they want to leave, I let them leave. Or when I feel it's time for me to make an exit, I'm out. And it will be like I never knew you. Walk right past you in the street and just don't even look in your direction. Because there's no need to. I'm not making excuses for nobody no more. People don't make excuses for me. People say I'm mean because I speak the truth. People say I'm mean. People say I'm this. People say I'm that. Okay. I'm not begging you to be my friend. You're my friend because you want to be my friend. And most people that are my friends want a friend that tells them the truth. Want somebody that they can say, okay, you know what? If Joe said it, then I know because he's, that type of person. One thing you ain't got to worry about me, ain't nobody ever going to come back to you and say Joseph said. And if they do, you pick up the phone or you bring them in front of me and say, they said you said such and such and so and so. And I'm going to do one or two things. Tell you, you know what, I did say that and I said it because. Or else I'm going to look at them and go, you a damn lie. Period. Period. Because one thing I hate when people do is all of a sudden, when you confront them with the person they talk about, they get amnesia. I don't remember that. I didn't do that. No. That's not what I said. What I said was, now, if it's something you really didn't, I can tell the difference. Because I've had friends that did that. And it's like, that's not what I said. What I said was, see, that's a person that's telling the truth. But when they start with the, no, that's not what I said. What I had said was, that's a liar. When you get the attitude and the fingers pointing and the head shaking and they trying to prove a point. Like, no, bitch, that ain't what I said. That is not what I said, so let's get it right. I appreciate that. Tell me what you said, and we can go from there. But don't say it, and then now that you confront me, well, no, that's not what I didn't mean that. What I had said was, no, that ain't gonna fly with me. Because you said exactly what they said you said, but now because it's in front of me, you want to change your mind. You don't have the heart to say it to my face. And I don't respect people that do that. I respect you more if you tell me how you feel. What can I do about it? But that's how you feel. If I did something to hurt you, then you need to come and say, you know, Joe, when you did such and so, I felt this kind of way. If I wanted to make you feel that way, I'm going to tell you, well, then I did it because, and now you know what it feels like because I told you, blah, blah, blah. If I didn't mean nothing behind it, I'm going to say, you know what, I apologize because that was not my intent. I didn't mean to make you feel that type of way, and I really sincerely apologize to you. I mean, there's nothing I could do to take it back, but I hope I'll never do that again, and I'll never say, whatever it may be. So it's like, come on now. Seriously. Like, for real. It ain't that serious, y'all. It ain't that serious. If you wrong, you wrong. And if you right, you right. But people don't see it that way. They want proof point. They want proof point. It ain't time for point proving in 2021. It's a whole pandemic going on in the world. I ain't going to sit here and tell you to play nice and forgive everybody because I don't. And I'm not. And I never will. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that lie because that'll be a lie. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Because if I don't like you now, I ain't going to like you when you dead. I ain't going to like you. There ain't nothing on this planet going to make me like you. I don't care. Your mama could die. I don't care. Though I'm not coming. I'm not calling you. I'm not nothing. I don't care. Period. That's just who I am as a person. And it ain't never going to change. And I'm never going to sit and tell somebody, oh, well, they're going through, so you should push that to the side. No, don't push it to the side. Keep that same energy and don't be fake just because they had a tragedy in their life. If you don't like a bitch, you don't like a bitch. Period. And I hate when people do that. I hate when people do that. Oh, well, they found out some bad news and, even though y'all were friends. No, I know. Ain't nothing changed. That's their life. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You ain't talked to me in 2 years. Fuck, I care. I hate when people do that. And I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all like, oh, it's a pandemic. Y'all need to play nice and forgive people. Nope. I'm not going to say that because I don't know what the bitches did to you. And if you kept that energy when there wasn't a pandemic, you keep that same energy that there's a pandemic. Period. Period. Don't let somebody's misfortune all of a sudden, and then people try to make you feel bad. Well, you should. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. Because guess what? If there wasn't no pandemic, y'all wouldn't be in my face telling me to forgive this bitch. Y'all be going about your business talking about no. No. People always want to find a way to, oh, well, you know what? They going through something. You need to. No, because you know what that make you look like? It make you look fake. It make you look fake. Like and then when you go and tell them, I'm sorry for such and so, or I heard da 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 da, they give you attitude. Then you sitting there mad, like, I knew I should have talked to this bitch. So why did you talk to the bitch? Why did you allow people to make you feel bad for the decisions that you made that were best for you? See, that's the problem. People don't realize that I'm not making a decision that's best for you that works for you. I'm making a decision that's best for me that works for me. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to do what I do. I have a situation like that now. There's a situation going on in my family or my father's side of the family. And me and my brother felt the same way. Then my brother's views started changing. I can't get mad at him because he's not on the same fence with me. I can't. That's your fence. If I want to sit on the fence and you want to jump over, bro, go. I'm still on the fence. So when you come back, I'm going to still be here. And I ain't gonna view you no different. You can't tell people how to react to certain things because your reaction is your reaction. My reaction is my reaction. And that's the problem. People always want to make you feel bad or make you have pity for the other person. Did the other person have pity for me? I've had things go on in my life. Did y'all get on the phone and tell that bitch to call me? And if you did, they didn't call me. So all of a sudden now, I'm supposed to be the bigger person? And that's another thing. What's up with this bigger person thing? Why you always want to make your friend the bigger person? Maybe I want to be little. I'm a big bitch to begin with. Maybe I want to know what it feels like to feel little. Maybe I don't want to be the bigger person. Maybe I want to take the low road with them. Maybe I don't want to go high when they go low. Maybe I want to go lower than them. How about that? How about that? That's the part that make me mad. Because I was in a situation like that. And I let my sister convince me to do something that I told her I was not going to do. Joe, but you have to. And blah, 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 blah. And da, 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 da. And then Uncle Fred, here he come. But Joe, you have to. And just think about it. Let the Lord use you. And so by the time people tell you all of that, hey, Tyrone, by the time people tell you all of that, it's like, you know what? Let me just do this to shut them up. It ain't even because you want to. It's to shut them up. Because it's like, they never going to shut up if I don't just go ahead and give in and do what they want me to do. And I did. And at the end of the day, I was like, I'm never going to do that again. It didn't make me feel good. It didn't make me feel better. It made me feel stupid because I had put out into the universe that I wasn't going to do something, and that's the way I felt. And here I go recanting because people pressuring me to do what they want me to do when I didn't want to do nothing at all. And my reasonings for doing it was wrong. My reasons wasn't wrong. My reasons was just as valid because they were my reasons and they were my feelings. And that's what I'm saying. Don't let people force you. And see, Uncle Fred and my sister both are Pisces. And, you know, I can't with Pisces people because they have the biggest hearts. They pushovers. And if something happens, honey, and they like you, they will turn up. You got to really do something to them. You know what I mean? And even then, I ain't never met a Pisces that just will leave you hanging. I ain't never met one that would just be like, I ain't even pissing on them. They'll say it. But when the time comes, they ain't gonna treat you that way. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because that's who they are. But when you then turn around and then try to make other people in your life like that, that's when it becomes a problem because it's like, that's not who I am. Don't worry about my spirit. Don't worry about my soul. Jesus is working on me, honey. Trust me. Jesus ain't telling me to do it. So I don't care what you say. Me and Uncle Fred argue plenty a day about that. Joe, now come on. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. And he's like, come on, Joe. Now, you know, okay, I'm going to just say, think about it, and pray on it. Pray on it. Whatever. I'm not doing it. Sometimes he'll pressure me because in the same ear, my sister in the background doing the same thing to me. And he don't know she doing it. She don't know he doing it. So it's like, oh, let me just do what they want and shut them up. Because it just becomes annoying to me after a while. But sometimes I just don't bend. I'm like, no, I'm not. After the last situation, like, never again. I don't care, child. They can tell me whatever they want. Unless Jesus himself stand in front of me and tell me to change my mind. That's the only way it's going to happen. Because I get mad after I do these things because I listen to them and I don't feel no better. It didn't make me feel no better than I did when I said no. Ain't like I had a aha moment and saw rainbows and butterflies. Nope. I still feel the same way after it's done. And then I feel worse because I'm sitting there like, I shouldn't have did this. I should not have done this. I should have stuck to my guns and said no. I should have just did what I said. But no, I listened to them. So now I'm mad at them because I listened to them. So now they just created a whole situation, and they never knew that for real, because I never expressed that. So Uncle Fred on the video, so he said it, and I know my sister watching. I be mad at them. I'm like, why did I listen to them? Why did I let them? So now I'm angry at them. I don't stay angry long. Because I'd be more mad at myself for listening to them. And then I'd be mad at them for trying to force me to do what they want me to do when I said no. And it's because they tend to think that I'm mean. I'm not mean. I just believe in doing to people what people do to me. I'm a tit for tat person. I am. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. And I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong. If a person step on your foot and they refuse to say sorry, then bitch, when I get a minute, I'ma crush your motherfucking toes too. And I'ma look you dead in the face. And when you screaming and saying, you stepped on my foot, yeah, bitch, because you stepped on mine. And now you know what it felt like. But you didn't say sorry. But I'm gonna be mad enough to tell you I'm sorry. Now, next time when you step on my toe, you'll know what it feels like. And you be a little bit more careful. I don't have a problem being tit for tat. I don't. I don't. I don't. I ain't even going to say I do. I don't. I firmly believe, and if a person make you feel some kind of way, I'm not saying purposely do it, but every opportunity will come. You will get an opportunity to make them feel the same way they made you feel. I ain't saying go out looking for one, but sometimes you gotta be patient because it don't come for a minute. But I'm patient, child. If I got to wait 6, 7 years for an opportunity to just arise out of the blue, well then, damn it, I'm gonna jump on it because it came to pass. And now it's my turn to make you feel the way. Now, it's different if I tell you how you made me feel and you apologize. Then that's something totally different. That's something totally different. But when you act like I don't know what I'm talking about, or, oh, I don't know why you felt that way, and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, if you apologize, I'm like, Joe, I didn't mean that, and I'm sorry you took it that way, and da-da-da-da. We good. We good. But when you act like it ain't no big deal and I should get over it, okay. Opportunity will come. And then when I jump on it, Joe Mel, it was me. Ain't nobody at the door, boy. Ain't nobody at the door. Shut up. He heard Tremel moving upstairs, and he heard me put down the bottle of sanitizer. But anyway, y'all, I am going to get off here now because I have to get ready to take Tremel to the doctor. You guys, please like, follow, and share our videos. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to be part of the McRae King's Roundtable and be a knight at our round table, definitely hit that join button. If you don't see the join button, it's because you're on an Apple device, an iPad, or an iPhone. And for whatever reason, the join button doesn't show up. But it will be in the description box, the link. Don't go looking, but don't go looking for it, but it will at some point present itself. So make sure you do that. If you want to join, make sure you check out the McRae King's Boutique and check out our sneaker line. And also, if you have any show ideas or anything you want us to talk about, please email us at TheMcRaeKingz@gmail.com. And remember, it's Kings with a Z, not an S. And yeah, we will be back. No, tomorrow, same thing, because I have a doctor's appointment and Tremel has another doctor's appointment. So this week is going to be busy, and I think Wednesday there's another appointment, child. This week is doctors, and more doctors. But anyway, y'all will see us this week. That was nice. Thank you. Y'all will see us this week. Probably not at 11:30ish all the time, but you definitely will see us this week. And again, you probably see me a little later, around 1:30, 2 o'clock. Because if they don't let me go inside, I'll be outside and I'm going to talk to y'all while I'm in the car. So, on that note, Please enjoy the rest of your day if I don't come back on later. And remember to walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And you know what it is. It's Team McRae all damn day. Later, y'all. You too, Lawrence.